Chetaki, no Sumanguru, no walk where they get, what you show. What's that to do, you know? Wamasa, you know, Yasan, you know what you show. Get your Israel, get my Egypt, get your Ethiopia, get Sudan, what you show. Aquaka, you know, when you're a folk, I get you one year, and in your fame. Aquaka, you know, when you're a folk, I get you one year, and in your fame. I'm a Caminian Matu, I'm a Caonian Motu, I'm a Caonian Watumo. I'm a Caminian Matu, I'm a Caonian Motu, I'm a Caonian Watumo. I'm a Caonian Watumo, we not a catch him over walk out. Can you change inside the mama? Can you change inside the mama? Can you change inside my mama? Can you change inside the mama? You mama me, if I change inside the mama. What you need when I change inside my mama? What you need when I do not my mama? Can I change inside my mama? Can I change inside my mama? Can I change inside my mama? I walk out to my way, I forget I get you my way, I'm in your thing. I walk out to my way, I forget I get you my way, I'm in your thing. Them say me no fit jump, them say you no fit jump, them say we no fit jump. Them say me no fit jump, them say you no fit jump, them say we no go fit jump. I'm a guy when you want to my boy na cha cha catch you walk out banya. Can you change inside your mama? Na be why you know. Can you change inside your mama? Body get the good you know. Can you change inside my mama? Umre kwedu. Can you change inside your mama? Umre kwedu. Can you change inside your mama? Sumil ndewura dapa. Can you change inside my mama? Can you change inside your mama? Kinya budu you know. Can you change inside your mama? What you need when I change inside my mama? What you need when I do not my mama?
Hello? Oh, my son is Canada dada. And then he left go manual. My son this is a setup that he was Spain. Oh yes. I Spain most any secret free ha. Eko Ghana. Yet we love you. It's 11 and as a me farmer of a baby farm round. Oh, that be my son, would you check your phone? Why? It's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now and I just send money to my mom. And on Tiasia, also don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on tap send, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe. You can send your money through tap send to Ghana. And please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's tap send.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
Araba, there are some people at the door. Go and tell them I have traveled to Russia.
Yes, Daddy.
Where's your father?
My father said I should tell you he has traveled to Russia.
Your father has killed me. I sent him money from America to complete my house for me.
Are all student association contributions?
Even the money from the fundraiser for Kweku's surgery.
Oh! Too? Don't be a victim. If you're contributing to a project, alumni dues, or any public campaign, Chango is your best choice. Chango keeps track of all donations and gives you the power to know exactly where the money goes. Chango is approved by Bank of Ghana. Call 0270-066-614 or visit changoapp.com for more information.
Uncle, my father is hiding under the bed.
Oh, Araba.
Chango for your groupings and crowdfunding.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of the Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum. My name is Nana Kwesi Kwesin I, Chairman of Ghana Union. This program is brought to you live on Facebook, YouTube, Omega Live TV, and of course, Zoom Live. We have tonight an interesting topic, something that I'm sure we are all used to. We deal with this agency of this arm of government while we are here, and we have a whole lot of things to hear from the personnel and the experts who are here with us tonight. As always, this forum is a non-political forum. We do not accept blame game on any individual personal integrity, and therefore I do ask my audience to please kindly respect each other's voice. Please hold on to your peace until you are called, and when you get a chance to speak, please kindly be brief and straight to the point. It's about the facts, it's about the expertise that you are giving us. It's not about the stories and the information that are circulating all over. We are here to gain information and knowledge and awareness so that we can make best decisions. With the help of Ghana Union, the Ghana Nurses Association UK, the Western Region Association of Nurses UK, the Nightingale Ghanaian Nurses Association UK, and of course, with support from Ghana High Commission and Omega Live TV, we bring to you tonight's edition of the Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum to discuss an important topic, Q&A sessions with the Ghana High Commission UK about passport and visa applications and any other new development that are worthy of our knowledge. We have, of course, the man himself, the father of the nation here in the United Kingdom, someone who does not need a 3-page introduction because he's always with us wherever we are. His Excellency Papa Owusu Ankomah, the Ghana High Commission to the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland here in person. We will also have the Honorable Kweku Amprechum Sapong, the Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, also a Member of Parliament for Mampong. He's the person in charge of passport and visas at the Ministry of Government that obviously oversee the missions abroad, including the Ghana High Commission. We have with us Mr. Gabriel Owusu-Ansah, who is a minister responsible for consular and welfare services of all of us here. I am also reliably told that our Deputy High Commissioner, Mrs. Rita Tani Idi, is also with us, and we do acknowledge Mrs. Idi for being with us, and any other distinguished official from the High Commission who will severally help to answer some of your questions, if not all. We do go straight to this point and call on this man, the father of the nation, His Excellency, Papa Owusu Ankomah, the High Commissioner, to set the scene and give us why we are here this evening and what has he got to tell us tonight. H.E., good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nana Kwesi Kwesin I.
Thank you.
And let me congratulate you on your installment.
Thank you so much.
As chief in the Hunter traditional area. Hence, your new named Nana Kwesi Kweisen the First.
Thank you, sir.
But it's always a pleasure for the Ghana High Commission to have an exchange, interface with the Ghanaian community, particularly through this forum, Ghana Community Awareness Forum. And I wish to commend the Ghana Union for this laudable program and encourage you to continue like that. Well, as you know, the Ghana High Commission has been dealing with the Ghanaian community in the United Kingdom for some time now. And of course, one of the areas that always generates interest and sometimes controversy and criticism of the High Commission is the rendering of consular services, particularly issuing of passports and visas. Of course, as a High Commission, we are constantly seeking new and innovative ways to improve upon our services. And we depend a lot on the feedback from our clientele to enable us know which path to chart as we go along. But let me also apologize to those of you who about a month ago had some difficulty in getting onto the system for passports and visas online. Well, it was due to technical upgrading that we were undertaking, all with a view to improving our services. I think the problem lasted for a day or two and was fully restored. Unfortunately, the Honorable Deputy Minister is not presently with us. We're expecting him any moment from now. But let me say that for some time now, in the capital, that is Ghana, they have been rendering what they term express service for passports. So apart from the normal passport center office in Accra, there is another center that is being run by VFS. That's a private entity that deals with front-end applications for passports. So instead of going to the passport office or the immigration office at the regions to process your forms, you make them go to this express center. And I think it's been going on for about 3 to 4 years. And from the feedback the ministry had received, seems that people are very, very, very satisfied with the services that they render. Increasingly, in the UK, I've personally been confronted with many situations where some people complain that they've been given appointments for biometric enrollment of passport, and the appointment is far too long. Some say that sometimes it's about 1 month, 6 weeks. Couldn't it be done earlier? Unfortunately, we don't have any facility for expedited passport services. And during the summer, the mission has been inundated with these requests, leading to situations where some clients, out of desperation, come to the mission or the high gate officers without appointment, demanding that they be served. So it was decided in Capital that if that is the case, then there's the need for some other type of service that will be introduced that will ease the anxiety of the public that seek our services, particularly related to passports and visas. And so the government, I think, has entered into an agreement with a Ghanaian registered company, Access Citizens Services Limited, to render frontline passport and visa services for those who desire that service. In fact, what I can say is that in the case of the Ghana High Commission, when you apply for enrollment for passports, I mean, you will be given a date. Sometimes the date is too far away. And sometimes people even think that it's inconvenient for them to come to Highgate to take their biometrics. My understanding is that with this access services, which will be located in London, well, they are going to offer a whole lot of services. When you come to Highgate, you have problems with your documents. Well, we don't encourage the staff to go out of their way to help you with photocopies, etc., because that also leads to delay and misunderstanding. Understand, when you go to these access services, you need photocopies. I'm told that they may even assist in getting affidavits or statutory declarations, etc., etc. So it's more or less one-stop shop, which will offer services over and above what you're going to get in the High Commission. There are some people who go and they need assistance to upload their forms. I understand they may be able to do it. And they will do it for the fee of £45. But we hope that with this, if an applicant decides to use that service, then it becomes a relationship between the applicant and Access Citizen Service. Well, depending on your convenience, you may even tell them the dates they should bring your passports or your visa after everything has been done. They will keep track of it. I mean, when you enter, they may tell you that, well, it's at such a stage, it's at such a stage. And we believe that with that option, those who believe that they need faster service when it comes to that, well, I'm sure even if you decide to deal with them, they may even decide to come to your home, whatever. That is not part, we are not interested in it. But this is going to be introduced. And it was felt by the mission that such an innovation should not be introduced without first letting our clientele know. We emphasize that that is an option. It is not compulsory. It is not a substitute for the services that the High Commission renders. However, they will forward everything to the High Commission. The High Commission then will deal with the back end, the vetting, etc., and then issue whether it's the passport or the visa for that purpose. So that we are hoping that if the uptake is very significant. Well, they are supposed to also, at a point in time, open offices in other parts of the country. So we are hoping that in the near future, they could open an office in the Midlands, in the North, etc. But that will not be a substitute, I wish to emphasize, for the services being rendered by the Ghana High Commission. And for those who are resident outside Greater London, Mission will continue with its outreach program. As I speak, there's an ongoing past biometric enrollment exercise being undertaken in Manchester. And I know that something was done in Birmingham a couple of months ago, and Cardiff, etc. Mission will continue with delivery of that service. Then, of course, there's also the introduction of what is termed an e-visa. You know, presently, the visas that are issued are the stickers. It is placed on the passport and it is signed by hand. Now, they put in place new equipment, which will enable us to install what we term machine-readable visas. And with this, there is a central database hosted by the Ghana Immigration Service in Accra, where all visas issued by Ghana missions everywhere in the world will be stored, so that when a visa is issued, the details are sent automatically, electronically to Capital, so that you know the persons to whom the visa is issued and the data. So the visa will no longer be a sticker, but with something that is embossed in the passport, so that when you get to the border in Ghana, the airport, it is scanned just like they scan the visas when they come. You come to the airports in Europe and America. All the details will appear. That is what is called the machine-readable visa, which is an improvement. Of course, I believe in this technological age, you continuously improve upon your services to make life fairly easier for others. And this is also something that is being introduced, and London is being used as the pilot. And I'm sure the equipment has been installed, the consular officers have been trained. We are hoping that probably sometime next month, we'll have this new system in place. And then the third, a lot of people have been asking about the Ghana card, Yes, we have been informed by Capital that the Ghana card will be enrolled, Ghanaians in the diaspora will be enrolled in the Ghana card in the next month or two. So training will be given to the consular officers so that they become registration officers for the Ghana card. And we are hoping when, after the training and everything, the mission will also embark on a sensitization exercise so that all who desire Ghana cards can then apply and be enrolled. Of course, if you must produce evidence of citizenship or nationality. And of course, the birth certificate will be a primary document. If you don't have the birth certificate, the passport. And then, of course, if you have neither, you can have 2 Ghanaians declaring by oath that you are a Ghanaian. And then you'll be issued with the Ghana card. But the difference with the Ghana card is that there's no time limit. It's an ongoing thing. I don't know whether for us in the UK we'll be given a deadline, but the Ghana card has no deadline. So you don't need to rush for it when you hear that the Ghana card is being issued. Anytime that is convenient, well, you can come and you can get the Ghana card. So generally, I believe these are the important innovations or new things that are being introduced by the Ghana High Commission in the UK for Ghanaians here. And we are learning from experiences of others. You recall, this is just an analogy, there was a new tax introduced, e-levy in Ghana. It generated a lot of furore. Then later, government then had to go around, engage citizens, explaining to them. We in the UK believe that as a mission, if anything new is being introduced, it is important that we have a discussion with the community that we're going to serve, and then we get feedback. Of course, nothing is cast in stone, so the feedback will enable us to tweak the proposed service with a view to improving it and generally render better service to the population. But before I end, and now facing the first, let me thank the Ghanaian community in the United Kingdom for the support and understanding that they've been given to the High Commission. And I wish to emphasize that the High Commission is here because of you. Without you, there's no need for a High Commission. Whilst we deal with the United Kingdom and its government, we also believe that in the present scheme of things, an important component of the work of the High Commission is the services it renders the Ghanaian community. So please always feel at home. The High Commission is your home. If you have any difficulty, contact us. If we are able to assist, we will. If we are unable to, as a commission, to even assist, we may direct you to areas where you may have assistance. So, in brief, this is what I would want to say by way of introduction. And when the Deputy Minister comes available, I know he'll be available before the end of this program, he will also have something to add to what I've said. He is the principal presenter. Unfortunately, I've had to do this presentation on his behalf. I think the Ghanaians have seen my face so often, heard my voice so often that, well, sometimes when I talk, they may think that I'm too repetitive. So it was important that the Honorable Deputy Minister Amprachum Sapon be seen to be leading this process. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, His Excellency. I thank you very much for your presentation and your clarity on a whole lot of issues that you've raised with us in your introductory remarks. I do want to pick on your last comment that your voice probably has been overheard many times. You are the president of Ghanaians here. So actually, I'm more happy to have you, because when these ministers come and go, it is you that we will be chasing for the troubles that comes after that. So I'd rather have you than a one-day wonder presentation that we can never contact the person afterwards. So we know it's good to have you. It's always good to have your voice. Thank you. I'm not sure if Mr. Owusu-Ansah has something to add from in terms of consular perspective, because as H.E. rightly said, there's been a number of issues in the past couple of months. Perhaps if you want to highlight some of these so that it breaks the ice from the audience asking the same thing when we get to it, from especially Highgate. There's been video circulating. There's been accusations of, what is it called? I don't want to use corruption, but accusations of people taking money, whether founded or not. I have no authenticity of that. But it hasn't done well to the image of the mission that we have worked so hard collectively to preserve. So I wish he can comment on anything that has been done to buttress some of these accusations before we get to the Q&A session. H.E., I think H.E. wanted to come in. Am I right?
Another question.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Deputy Minister, Honorable Kwaku Amprachum Sapon, is here with us.
Oh, great.
So I'll let him, if you will permit.
Yes, please.
Yes, let him make his presentation.
Thank you,
Honorable Amprachum Sapon, please. Unfortunately, I've had to do your work for you. I mean, but I don't think that I was exhaustive. So they want to hear you, in respect of the 3 items that constitute the new things that ministry is introducing in terms of services rendered for passports, visas, well, e-visas, and then, of course, the Ghana card.
Thank you. Honorable, welcome to the Ghanaian Community Awareness Forum. Tonight, of course, you are the responsible person in charge of passport and visas, I understand, at the regional Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. So we are hoping that you give us all the information. HE has done a lot of justice to it, but I'm sure you add to it. And then we'll go to Q&A so that most people whose hands are up can engage with you directly as well. So please take over, and we await your presentation as well. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nana, let me thank you graciously for the opportunity that has been given me to interact and engage with the Ghanaian community in UK. And also let me thank my Honorable His Excellency Papa Owusu-Ansah, the High Commissioner, for in my absence having done justice to the subject matter at stake. First and foremost, let me clarify something small. I know it has been described as I'm the Deputy Minister responsible for passport, visas, and the rest. In actual fact, that is not how the designation is.
Right.
My designation is the Deputy Minister responsible for political and economic affairs.
Okay, thank you.
And for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, when it comes to external offices or it comes to our missions, one of the principal things that our compatriots expect to judge us or see us do is to do with consular matters. And inside, embedded in the consular matters, the key ones happens to be passport and visa matters. And then we have other welfare issues that our consular division attends to. But by and large, our compatriots are only interested in these areas. The passport and the visa issues. I have to go on record to say that to a very large extent, our officers at the various missions do an excellent job. They have, because we monitor the work that they do, we evaluate the work that they do, and to the best of our knowledge, the kind of services that they are providing, the kind of work that they are doing are very appreciated. By and large, you have some people who will not be appreciative of whatever that is being done. But we do know, for interaction with a greater cross-section of Ghanaians, that they are happy with the work that they do, even though we don't hear people come out openly to praise them. When there is one case out of 1,000 that has gone wrong, it gets multiplied. And so sometimes it appears as if their work is not satisfactory. But when we go behind it, we've come to know that a far greater majority of Ghanaians do appreciate the excellent work that our officers are doing. Now, of late, what has precipitated this visit is that we do recognize, as I mentioned earlier on, that is the consular work that most Ghanaians are interested in when it comes to the Ghana mission matters. They are not interested in the kind of bilateral relationship that we are having with the British government. They are interested in the kind of services that we are giving Ghanaians in the UK and also in diaspora. So it's an area that you judge us, either you praise us or you condemn us. We have also recognized that of late there have been all kinds of things in the social media, audios, videos, trying to portray a picture that is so gloomy and so bad that our officers are corrupt and that attacking their integrity and the rest. Now, unfortunately, of all those that has come out recently, whenever it comes to our attention, we don't just sit back. We get into it and we try to investigate. Unfortunately, to date, we have not succeeded in getting to the bottom of any of these cases. In fact, when we try to get to those who have come out to make the audios and the videos and making the accusations left and right, either when we get to the person, they are not prepared to talk, or when we delve into it, we hit a brick wall. It makes it very, very difficult for us to be convinced that the kinds of complaints and the kinds of these bad light is really true. I am not saying that throughout the workforce, everybody there is as clean as you should be, because even the Bible even says that where there will be among any 12 persons, there is one Judas in there. So it is possible that among the staff at the mission, there might be a one Judas, but we need to find out Judas. But so far, we have not been successful, and we have been calling our compatriots. It's very easy to make an allegation, but we need to get to the bottom of the allegation to be able to root out these badness or the infractions that are supposed to be going on there. So far, there hasn't been any success. So not only in London, it's happening in other places, in New York, in Washington, in Dubai. We have had people come up with all kinds of regional kinds of allegations. But like I said, as I speak today, it has not been possible to get to the bottom of any of these so-called allegations. You all do remember in the UK here, not too long ago, about some 2 months or so, there was a social media item where a lady was alleged that our mission in Highgate have contracted an Indian person who, when you go to Highgate, they refer you to go and see that particular Indian person who will charge you £50 and then help you do your application and go through the process. Now, in the end, when we went into it, it came out that the High Commission hasn't contracted any Indian company, and that it was just somebody somewhere who haven't gotten to know the challenges of some of our compatriots when they are making applications and some of these accessing some of the services at our mission. The person decided on his own free will that I'm going to try and offer these services to help Ghanaians. It has nothing to do with the Ghana mission at Highgate, nor the Ghana High Commissioner, nor even the Ghana government, nothing whatsoever. Yet somebody was on social media emphatically stating that the Ghana mission has contracted this person, and it tends to be fake, a farce. So that is the situation. But the government and through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has looked at all how we provide these services to our compatriots and decided to come up with some innovative and a creative way of trying to improve service delivery to our compatriots outside the country. And that is principally on consular matters, passports, applications, and the acquisition of visas. Now, we back home in Ghana, we contracted an established company called VFS in the application of passports. That even though the passport office and the various passport application centers throughout the 10 regions of Ghana continue to offer services to people who want to come there and directly apply for passports. Because of some of the challenges that we were also facing in the service delivery, we approached a company that is established in that particular industry and who is being used by some of the embassies in Ghana in consular matters, if they will be able to provide assistance. We signed up with VFS for 4 years. It became a premium passport center, front-end services. So if you want to apply for passport in Ghana and you don't want to go to the passport office direct, you can route your application through VFS. They will assist you in the procurement of your passport. Now, when they assist you, there is a fee that you pay to them for that assistance that they are giving you. And that is on top of the fee that you pay when you apply for the passport. Now, the services of VFS, or this Premium Passport Application Center, is optional. It's not compulsory. It's at your choice if you decide to go there. Now, having used them for the past 4 years, almost everybody who has gone there has come back to say that the services that they provide are extremely good and it's worthwhile, and they will recommend it to their friends to use the services of this VFS. So the government, looking at the successes of the VFS system, decided that outside Ghana, we will want to introduce a premium application center for the provision of the front-end services. So in Ghana, we saw that there were 2 principal companies that were providing that kind of service. VFS is providing services for other foreign countries like Denmark, like some of the Schengen countries, and also for the British Embassy. If you want to apply for a British visa in Ghana, you can't go directly to the British High Commission. You have to pass it through VFS. The same applies to the Danish government. So we decided that, okay, we wanted to, having done the pilot in Ghana and having proved excellent, we wanted to introduce to outside Ghana, because we know that our compatriots in the UK and some of the European countries, by virtue of the fact that they are living in a system that is well developed and very robust, when it comes to the delivery of services, they are always looking out for the best. So we decided to scale up the way we provide that kind of service. So we looked at the 2 companies, VFS, and then there was another company in Ghana called Asset Citizens Ghana Limited. They are also a Ghanaian registered company. owned by Ghanaians who in Ghana are also providing a similar service. For example, if you need a visa to Spain or visa to Greece in Ghana, they are the company that you have to go through before the Spanish embassy will process, or the Greek embassy will process your application. This company also have other, they have their presence in some overseas countries like Dubai, Saudi, Lebanon, Portugal, and South Africa. In South Africa, for example, if you want to apply for a Spanish visa, you have to go through this Access Citizens Ghana Limited. They provide that kind of service over there. So the government, between the two companies already, we have given business to VFS. So the government decided to sign a contract with Access to see if Access can start the provision of front-end premium service in the UK with the application of passports and visas. And then later on, we might extend it to some other consular services like attestation. So presently, what the government is introducing in the UK, beginning 1st September this year, is for Access Citizens Ghana Limited to start providing front-end premium service to Ghanaians who want to use them in the application of visas, application for visas and application for passports. It is not compulsory, let me stress, it is not compulsory that you have to go to them. It's an optional service. If you think and you believe that Access Citizens Ghana Limited will be able to fast track and help you acquire your visa or process your passport quickly, you can go to them. Their offices is based at the central London, just by Tower Hill station on Fenchurch Street. They will open from the 1st of September. The services they give you, the ambience when you walk in there is very nice, very hygienic, very beautiful. They will offer you all kinds. If you want cold water, you get it. You want coffee, tea, cocoa, they will give it. If you want them to help you with the physical application or completion of your application form, they will help you. If you make a mistake and you need it to be changed or amended, they will help you. If you need photocopying services, you can get it done. If you need to do take photographs and the rest or capture, they will help you to do that. They also have a dedicated booth over there. If you need it to be able to complete your application, they will offer you that. Now, once you have gone through all this process, they also will be given the facility to do the biometrics. Now, those of you who have applied for passport, one area where it tends to create some delays is the biometrics, because the biometrics depends on the availability of slots that you can get. So it's first come, first serve when you go to Highgate or through the internet or the passport application portal. So if a particular week that you are looking for is not available because people have gone ahead of you and then booked their own, you also have to be pushed back. And invariably, it is one area where it causes a lot of frustrations and anger. It is not the making of the Ghana High Commission. It is simply that the slots have been taken over by others who have gone ahead of you. But when it comes to Access Citizens Ghana Limited, they have the facility to do the biometrics. So it will speed up the process for you. Now, once the biometrics have been done by Access at their offices, they will do some initial checks to make sure that for your application, all the T's have been crossed and all the I's have been dotted. Once they are not doing the vet, no, they don't have that power to vet your application, but they will try and help you make sure that you have gone through all the requirements that is expected of you when you are making the application. So when you cross that stage, Access will then move your application to the back end. The back end is the Ghana Highgate office. The Highgate office, once you move there, they will vet your application. And once everything is satisfactory, then the passport will be issued. But the passport will be issued within the timeline that we have given. That is 15 working days. Now, with Access coming on board, they will be able to speed up your application for you. And therefore, it is more likely that within the 14 days, sorry, the 15 days timeline, we will be able, or the Highgate office will be able to issue you with your passport. Now, when your passport is issued, or when even you make the application through Access, they will be in touch with you through SMS, through emails, through telephone calls to let you know the progress of your application. And then when your application or your passport is issued and you have requested for it, they will also be prepared to deliver your passport to you by courier service. Access has also agreed that on some Saturdays and some holidays, they will open their offices. This is in recognition of the fact that most of our compatriots work Monday to Friday. So normally it is very difficult for them to go to the Highgate or the passport office to deal with their passport or consular matters. So Access is going the extra mile and opening their offices on Saturdays and on some holidays to cater for their clients. Because with them, the more clients that they get, the more money that they make. Now, Access, when they provide these services, when you have gone to them on your own volition to ask them to assist you in the processing or in the application of your passport or visa, there is a fee that you pay to them. They will charge for now £45 when you go to them. Of the £45 that you pay to Access, a percentage of it will also be paid to the Ghana High Commission, and for that matter, to Ghana government. But your passport fees or visa fees, you pay when you apply, and you pay that online. For the payment that Access will charge you for their services, when you go to their office, then you pay the money at their offices. Now, Access will be operating in this country. As I mentioned earlier on, Access Citizens Ghana Limited is 100% owned Ghanaian company, and it is registered in Ghana. Because they are coming to operate in the United Kingdom, they are obliged to have a company here in the UK that will provide the services and pay the appropriate taxes when due. So they have also opened Access Citizens Limited in the United Kingdom here to undertake the work or the contract that we have signed with Access Citizens Ghana Limited. So, ladies and gentlemen, in furtherance of trying to give you an excellent service and make sure that your frustrations are reduced to the barest minimum and that we are able to meet the turnaround time that we have promised to give you your passport and your visas, the Ghana government has signed up with Access Citizens Ghana Limited to provide some consular services in the passport and visa acquisitions. And we are recommending them to you, that patronize them, and we believe that they will be able to give you the excellent services that you have been yearning for. Having said this, it doesn't mean that our office in Highgate is not going to operate. They are also going to operate, and they will continue to give you improved service as to complement what Access Citizens Ghana Limited are going to give. We believe that with Access Ghana Citizens Limited coming on board with this premium service, front-end service that they are going to give, it will relieve the pressure on our officers at Highgate and enable them to attend to other equally important consular matters that they are seized with. And also, with the pressure that is relieved of them, the other work that they have to do in the back-end processing of the passport and visas and other consular matters, they will really be on top of it. and it will all inure to
Okay, I believe the Honorable Minister's line.
access, and also with our officers, and also when it comes to issues of service delivery challenges, which by and large, I know that there is no institution in this world that is 100% on top of what they are supposed to do. You would definitely have some shortcomings or some failure somewhere along the line. I only plead with my compatriots that you have to be a little bit measured with your criticisms and attacks and condemnation of the integrity and bandying around corruption here, corruption there, when 9 out of 10 people are not able to come up to substantiate the allegations that they are throwing about. Having spoken about the passport matter, I also need to let our compatriots know that your data definitely will be captured by Access Citizen Ghana Limited when you go to their premises. The data that they are capturing on you is guarded by the Data Protection Act. They are capturing the data, they are not storing the data, they are capturing the data on behalf of the Ghana High Commission and Highgate. So whatever information that they capture from you, it is immediately transmitted to our Highgate offices, where the information is stored and will be kept in accordance with the British Data Protection Act and also the Ghana Data Protection Act. So I would say you are safe when it comes to your data. It's not going to get into the hands of a third person who might be able to use it inappropriately. So I will assure you of that. Now we need to move on to the visa. Government has also decided to introduce a new visa regime that is very much compliant of International Civil Aviation Authority or Organization Authority, ICAO. Ghana has signed up with ICAO, and everything that we do with our passport and with our visa acquisition, it has to make sure that it conforms to the rules and regulations and the protocols of ICAO. Our current visa has got a lot of challenges. It is not that robust, and it is not machine readable. So when you take a visa in Ghana as of now, you take a visa in the UK or anywhere in the world as of now, you know, those of you who have taken it before, it's on a sticker and it is handwritten. That sticker does not reflect or correspond. That visa does not correspond or is not readable by our system in Ghana. So if you take a visa here and you are coming to Ghana, our immigration in Ghana doesn't know of your existence or even that you are coming to Ghana. They will only get to know when you physically arrive in Ghana. Current system, this type of visa is not the best. It has led to challenges in our security systems and in our intelligence network. We have not been able to trace or get to know or have first-hand information of people who are visiting our country. So it has been possible for some undesirable elements to get into our country. We have decided to scale it up. So what we are about to introduce is what we call machine readable visa regime, or a e-visa. With that new type of visa that we are introducing, when you apply for a visa, all your details are taken and it is inputted into the system. And then once that visa is issued to you, all the information that you have given us and captured about you is simultaneously available at every mission that we have that system. So in Ghana, the immigration service will be able to know that John Menu is coming to Ghana. He is being issued a visa. John Menu is so and so. He's here. He's 9 days. He's got 3 wives. He's got all this, and everything will be known to the immigration even before you arrive in Ghana. So as soon as you get to Ghana and you go to the immigration counter and they scan your visa, all the information that you supplied in London will be on the screen for the immigration officer to know and be able to deal with your case. This is the latest in the system that almost all the other current countries are using. It's the same when you appear before the immigration officer in the UK. When you are entering, they take your passport, they scan there, they put it on their computer, and then they get every information about you, and then they are able to process you and allow you to cross in no meantime. That is the kind of system that we are trying to introduce in Ghana, God willing, from the 1st of September. Now, the company, we went through a competitive bidding process. We have companies from Switzerland, from Germany, from France, from Spain, from Ghana, from South Africa that came in to participate in the bidding process. At the end of the day, the company that won the bidding is a Swiss company that has been in existence since the 15th century. It's the Swiss state security company called Orafus Limited, or OFS for short. They won the contract, and we have been working with them. And the middle of last month, finally, they were in Ghana to install the machines at Ghana Immigration Service and also at airport for those who would do visa and arrival and the others. Now, when they finish the Ghana one, as we speak, they are in London right now installing the London one. They've done the installation, they trained some officers here in London. Next week, we'll be going to Berlin and they'll be installing Berlin. Now, what we have done at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is that we have selected 6 countries. Those countries are the countries that when it comes to the volume of visa applications and processing of visas, together they constitute 70%. So it's London, Berlin, New York, Washington, Pretoria, and The Hague. So they've come to do London. Next week, they will be in Berlin. Next month, they will be finishing with New York and with Washington. Now, the approach is that now that they have finished with London, we are hoping that by the end of this month, London will be able to start the process with the issuing of this machine-readable visa regime, or the e-visa. And then we roll it out at the other areas. So that is another angle of the consular services that the ministry is trying to improve for our compatriots outside the country. Now that I have again finished with the new visa system that we are introducing, another area that I will want to touch on, which also has something to do with travels, is Ghana Card.
Honorable Minister, sorry, can I interject for a second?
Sure.
People are asking whether we can ask questions for now. Please write your questions down and we will go through the honorable statement because there are areas you need to cover, they are vital. And once you finish, we'll go through Q&A. I do ask my audience that we will do an extended forum so you can have your questions answered for another 30 minutes. We want to get to the bottom of a lot of issues. So please, those who haven't got the time, I'm afraid you may have to log off, but those who want to wait, you have your questions answered. Honorable, please carry on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Question, I'm here for you. I'm all yours. I'm ready to answer all the questions. And with me here, I came highly prepared. I came with the Ministry Director of Legal and the Director for Consular Matters. They are all here with me today, so we are well prepared and well armed to engage with our compatriots in London. A to Z, all questions, especially if it is to do with consular matters, please. Passport, immigration, and I'm now moving on to Ghana Card. It is not our forte, but at least since it's something to do with travel and it has come to have some link with visa and passport, I'm trying to give you an update also on the Ghana card. But apart from this area, I'll beg my audience, don't take me to IMF matters or some other areas. I will want to focus on passports, on visas, and then a little bit on Ghana card. Now, on Ghana card, as we know, it has come to stay and it's coming to be the national ID. Sooner or later, if you don't have the Ghana card, it will be very, very difficult for you to access services in Ghana because everything is now being integrated to the extent that even social security number is now your Ghana card number. It's now your Ghana card number. Your TIN number is now your Ghana card number. Sooner than later, I'm sure by the end of the year, your national insurance number will become your Ghana card number. So Ghana card is now going to take over everything. Now it is even on our statutes, or it's become part of our law in Ghana that somewhere in 2012, during the last NDC administration, they actually passed a law that if you want to vote, it is going to be your Ghana card that will determine it. They have already done that. Now, if you want to open a bank account, you are going to need your Ghana card. And then your Ghana card number is also now being linked to your bank account. And your bank will not also do business with you if you don't have the Ghana card. So now the Ghana card is becoming a central card that we all need to use. Now, if you go to continental Europe, over there they have national ID cards. And the national ID cards is a card that they use to move around throughout the whole of Europe. Go Belgium, you go to Amsterdam, you go to France, they all are using the national ID card. It is along the same line that the Ghana government is also introducing the Ghana card. The registration and the issuance of Ghana card, as you know, has been going on for the past 2 to 3 years now. Our compatriots outside Ghana are also being encouraged to acquire the Ghana card. There is a system and a program in place for the NIA to come to the various overseas countries to register Ghanaians. The NIA have designated that every mission, the consular officers over there are going to be trained to become the registration officers. So you don't need the NIA officer to be physically present at the Ghana mission before you register. They are about to start the training of the consular officers at the various missions to become the registration officers. When that is done, when the training is completed, then they will start the issuance or the processing of Ghana card at our various missions. The plan is by the 12th of September, if everything goes according to plan, they would have completed the training of the consular officers. And then we will be able to start rolling out Ghana cards at the various missions outside the country. Now, to be able to apply or to be able to present yourself and qualify to be processed and issued with a Ghana card, you must produce a birth certificate. That is number one. A valid passport. Number two, or a valid certificate of acquired citizenship. Some people have acquired citizenship of Ghana through that process. It is like a Ghanaian born and bred in Ghana who having come to live in the UK and having qualified has applied and been given a UK citizenship. So in the same process, in Ghana, there are people who have acquired citizenship in Ghana, even though they were not born Ghanaians. There is, the last one is, if an applicant is unable to submit any of the aforementioned documents, a relative of the applicant can identify or vouch for the applicant under oath. And for the oath, the High Commissioner is designated as an officer who will be able to allow you to, you can do the oath, yes, administer the oath. The third one is if two other persons can also come forward under oath to vouch for you, then you also qualify to be accepted as a qualified person who will be issued with the Ghana card. So these are the qualifications or the documents or what you have to go through to be able to qualify and present yourself for processing for a Ghana card. Now, the Executive Secretary of the National Identification Authority informs me that some overseas resident Ghanaians have been to Ghana and they have tried to acquire the Ghana card. So even though they started the process, they couldn't complete, or when they completed, the cards were not ready at the time that they were returning back to their base. He says there is no need to go and do a second registration when we start rolling it out to the UK or any part of the world. All you need to do is once we start, you take your slip, go and give it to the registration officer. The registration officer, you use your slip to go into the system and will be able to print your Ghana card for you. The one that you applied in Ghana, he will be able to print it for you in the UK, in Germany, in Holland, or in America. So there is no need for anybody to panic about the Ghana card. Everything is now laid out nicely, and hopefully by the middle of next month, we should be up and running with the issuance of Ghana cards outside the country. So, Mr. Kwesi, I will want to rest my case here, and then await the Q&A.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. It's the first interaction with you, so I'll forgive you for slaughtering 2 cows. Mr. Kwesi is no longer. Mr. Kwesi is Nana Kwesi Kwesi the first, and I hope you will adhere to royal protocol. Thank you, sir. I know High Commissioner is laughing. Anyway, so tonight we have heard a lot. There are interesting questions on the chat room. There are people's hands up. It is important that we ask questions. Like I said earlier, there is no political interest here. Let's not bring party lines here. It is about Ghana High Commission in UK, whether MPP government or NDC government. It is what we experience as citizens of or residents of UK. So let's be constructive and measured in our questions so that we don't dwell on things that have no merit to our lives here, to be honest. There are chat room questions. I'm going to have to take a second break because we've had an hour and 15 minutes of presentation. I believe people need to water their throat. As I said earlier, we will have an extended half an hour. So we will be aiming to finish exactly about 9:30 today. So all the questions can be answered. We'll take a second break and we'll come back. Put your questions down. It's important we showcase our sponsors because without them, we cannot keep going on. This project is not free and we don't charge anybody for it. So please give us 2 minutes so we can showcase our sponsors so they can keep bringing to us this important discussion. We'll be back with you in a couple of seconds. Thank you.
Hello? Oh, my son is Canada. And then he left home, man. My son, this is a setup. Who was Spain? Oh, yes. Spain was any secret free, huh? Ghana. Yet, we love you. It's 11 and as a member of a baby from around. Oh, that be my son. Would you check your phone? Why? It's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now, and I just send money to my mom. And on Tiasia, Also, oh, don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on TapTapSend, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe. You can send your money through TapTapSend to Ghana. And please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's TapTapSend. Oh, hello. So this month of June, if you're in the USA, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe, and also UK, this is what TapTapSend is telling all of you. Now you have to send money. If you're in the US, send more than $1,000. If you're in Canada, send more than 1,000 Canadian dollars. If you're in UK, send more than 500 pounds. Europe, anywhere in Europe, send more than 500 euro. You are sending all to Ghana, and the more you send, the bigger your chance of winning free tickets to Ghana. Summer.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for being with us. We are now on Q&A. Please, may I have kindly the Honorable Minister, hopefully the High Commissioner to the Court of St. James, and our able Mr. Usu Ansan, who some of us have been dealing with on a number of issues on a daily basis.
Majesty.
Thank you so much. There are a lot of hands, and I don't want to be doing the talking today. So I'll go to chat room and those who have hands up. So I'll call two at a time, and I'll read two chat room questions, then we'll answer, and then we'll come back to a set of 4. So may I call on Abubakar, please? Abubakar, let's be precise and straight to the point so others can have a turn. Thank you. Abubakar, please, if you are here with us, please raise your, unmute yourself.
Thank you, Nana. Hello, everyone. This is just about the company that is going to do the passport, the biometrics. By implication, for them to succeed, the High Commission has to fail. If the High Commission is doing a good job and we can all get our service, that company cannot succeed. And the fact that the company, Ghana, is taking a cut gives them a conflict of interest. And I think the better way, and certainly since Papa came into office, we've seen a lot of innovation and improvement in service. I think the best bet is to contract the post office where the British government do their passport. They have biometric machines at every small towns and everywhere, and it's not locked anywhere. That will improve the service, and it will enable everybody to have a service without feeling that the service is being cornered to a particular company. At the moment, the mission is making, or the government is making a stake for its own back by contracting this company, because for the company to succeed, the mission must fail. Otherwise, the company cannot say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next person's hands up will be Peter. Sorry, 1 second. Let me go back. Right. We've got Peter Adu, please. Peter, if you're still with us, unmute yourself. Is Peter still with us?
Yes, I am here. I just want to find out as to why Ghana card cannot be, those with Ghana card cannot guarantee passport application for Ghanaians. And again, the importance of date of birth as private details for the guarantors should also be given to the applicants who are looking for Ghana passport, because some of these personal details, I think if I have Ghana passport, I've given the Ghana passport number on this application form, and my address, and so why should I go by giving my personal detail into detail, date of birth? So the consular should review that for us. And more importantly, the Ghana card holders in overseas, I think we should be able to guarantee for those who are applying for Ghana passport without actually having the actual passport. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I will take two chat room questions. Two chat room questions I've taken interest in is, how did we come about contracting a contractor, a Ghanaian-based contractor, to deliver a service in the United Kingdom without any publication of tender process? Do you, Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, by any chance, believe that we Ghanaians here have no expertise or company that can also compete favorably for such contract? Number two, this issue of somebody filling a form at, what is it called? Highgate and taking 30 or 40 pounds to help Ghanaians. Don't you think it's a service the High Commission can actually provide on its premises, legitimately provide, probably at a reasonable cost, and help employ somebody else who is a Ghanaian who can help? These are two questions I want to ask from the chat room, and then we'll go to the next set. Any of you, please, gentlemen, can take it. Thank you. There's echoing. I'm not sure whether it's us or the minister's side. There must be some functions enabled to echo to that extent. Minister, please try it. So that we can see if it's okay. You are muted, sir. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you also for the question. First one was the issue of for Access a company to succeed, it means the Ghana mission must fail. I think I beg to differ. Access Citizens Ghana Limited is going to complement the work of the Ghana mission in Highgate. As I said earlier on, we have run a pilot in Ghana where VFS complemented our passport office in the application of passport by providing the front-end service. Now, the front-end service in most cases tends to be the difficult part of the whole process, because that is where you interface with the public. That is where people come with the completion of the application form and the taking of the biometrics. The biometrics is a very difficult area because it's first come, first serve. When you go on the system and you look at the availability and then you select it. Now, more often than not, the information we have gotten is when people have gone there, they have not gotten their preferred date because it has been taken. So people have been moved back, and then it invariably affects the processing of their passports. But as I said earlier on, we believe that with the work that VFS have done for us in Ghana, where there haven't been any problems, it has not even affected the volume of work that the passport office have been doing, but has rather helped to reduce, even with VFS, the work that they are doing, there is still tension at our passport office, very high. Yesterday, I had 2 phone calls from some ministers telling me they were trying to find out whether I was in Ghana, and I said, no, I wasn't in Ghana. They said, what's the reason? The reason was that they say, as soon as you come, make sure you go to the passport office. I said, what's going on there? I said, no, you go there. You will see what is happening. This is in spite of VFS providing this front-end service. We are still having challenges at the passport office in Ghana. And also, don't forget, even in Accra, the passport headquarters, where under normal circumstances, they shouldn't get involved in the processing of applications. You go there, the number of people there are more than those you find when you go to the Accra Park office. So in Accra, we have 2 passport offices, plus the premium center, making 3. Yet still, there is still tension over there. And they are inundated with work. So I don't think that Access coming on board, it doesn't mean that the Ghana mission is going to fail. It's not everybody or every person who will be able to spare that extra £45, which you have to pay when you go to Access. So we know and we believe that a greater majority of our compatriots will still want to go to the Highgate office to process their passport. But at least with Access coming on board, the small number of people, any number of persons that decides to go to Access will reduce the number of persons who would have gone to the Highgate office. So invariably, the tension at the Highgate office is going to be reduced. The officers over there will also be able to attend to the number of cases that come to them. And we believe that the sum total of these two complemented or Access coming to complement the work of the Highgate office will lead to more efficiency and a better turnaround of the processes in the acquisition of passports. So that is how I see it. Somebody asked a question about why do we appoint a Ghanaian company to come and do the job here? Without advertising it, please, that is not exactly what happened.
Honorable, sorry, can I just say, they did not ask why did we appoint Ghanaian company. They asked why have we got a Ghanaian company based in Ghana doing job for us here when we have Ghanaians here with companies that can equally, tender and go through fair competition. Because this is the first time we are hearing about it. And I can tell you there are a lot of Ghanaian enterprises here who could have been put forward for fair competition.
Yes, Nana, Ghanaians always want the best.
Yes.
Ghanaians have a good taste, and especially Ghanaians who have lived in the diaspora. I have lived here for a very, very long time. I know the Ghanaian who have been accessing services in the Ghana High Commission in the 80s because I was there. In the 90s, because I was there. In the 20s, because I was there. I know what the average Ghanaian looks for. The average Ghanaian looks for quality service. Now, there is no Ghanaian company in the UK here in the industry that we are talking about. There is no Ghanaian company. It is easier said than done. No Ghanaian company, and I would dare anybody to come out and say, there is ABCD Limited, who is in this industry of processing passport applications or visa applications for foreign countries. It doesn't exist. So we need to get this in the proper context.
Thank you. Correct.
In looking for a company to do this, if we had gone for a foreign company, Nana, we would have been murdered. Why did you have to go for a foreign company? We were very strategic that knowing our people that we are going to deal with, we have to make sure we cross the T's and dot the I's. So let's make sure it is not a foreign company, but a Ghanaian registered company owned by Ghanaians. If we happen to be foreigners, again, we'll be in trouble. So we went through all this. Now, fortunately for us in Ghana, there are only 2 companies in the industry of processing or doing the front-end service in the application of passport and the acquisition of business. VFS and Access Citizens Ghana Limited. That is why we are dealing with these 2 companies for now. If in the near future, some other companies manage to get themselves into the industry. When the time comes for renewal or extension or looking for other business or other companies in other in the industry, in some of the other missions, they will also be considered. But at the time that we were doing it, there were only 2 Ghanaian companies in the industry.
Thank
and
you,
already VFS, we have
Honorable,
given them business.
can I just say this for the purpose of audience, because this is coming up. We in UK don't care who is tendered. What we care is the efficiency of the service. If I want a British passport and I've lost my passport, I can go to Victoria and pay a premium, and on the same day, get my passport and travel to Ghana the same day. In fact, if you are lucky, within a matter of hours, as long as your information is on their database already, you can get it. That's the kind of service. So we don't care whether it's Ghanaian or Bangladesh or Belgium, as long as the service is efficient, and I'll pay premium for that. I think that is where we are a bit disappointed that it wasn't open for tender, because for all we know, as you're saying, I heard you in your presentation, it takes 15 working days to get a passport, even with the so-called premium service. How many days is it going to take for that premium service with these new people to deliver a passport to us? On that basis, can I qualify by saying if it's a renewal passport, not a new one, but a renewal passport with all the information on the system, how many days will it take for me to get a passport if I have to travel to a funeral tomorrow or next week? How long will it take?
And well spoken. You have answered this issue for me. You said it doesn't care whoever is providing it, provided they give you excellent service. Now, on the timeline, it is not down to access, it's down to the ministry. The ministry says that in the application of passport, it's 15 working days. So as for this one, it's got nothing to do with the new company that is coming in. Okay. It is the ministry that says 15 working days. But I also believe that if the system, the acquisition and the processes and the biometrics are all done, I don't think the Highgate or the back end office will still sit down and wait till it is 15 working days before they release the passport. As efficiency comes into the system, as the pressures are eased, as officers are released to attend to other matters because maybe access is coming on board and is taking some of their burden, they will be able to maybe improve or shorten the turnaround time. But for now, it's 15 working days. But I also know that people with special cases have been attended to within a matter of days. And again, you see, Nana, sometimes when somebody goes to Highgate with a special case and is given special attention and his application is processed quickly, it gets to the community that preferential treatment. This person went there within 1 week, he's gotten it. Then it's most likely that he went there and he paid money, but you don't know his circumstances. Maybe he has gone, he's seen the officers, he's provided certain evidence that he needs to travel under certificate of emergency, and therefore his case was given a special attention and he was given his passport or visa early. Our own people, like I said, Nana, as for this country, me, I'm in Ghana, but I still live here. So I know what goes on here, and I know the talkings that we can talk. We talk with Papa, and we don't have basis in most cases, and we don't have like people accusing the High Commission people as all of them are probably a bunch of bribe takers. When not a single person has been able to mention the name to date. Not one name has been mentioned. Yet the mission officers are constantly being attacked and being degenerated and being condemned and all kinds of things. Please, Dana, do something about this.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll go to the next round of questions. I do appreciate there are so many hands and I want to go through it. So I will forfeit my own personal questions and all the frustrations we get being on the grassroots. Richard Tando, please. Richard Tando, Cynthia Jama, please get ready.
Hi, is it Richard Andor you said?
Oh, my apologies.
Andor. Yeah. So my two, I've got a few questions, maybe I'll be very brief. One, I want to know what kind of options the minister or the ministry exploited or explored before settling on this, because frankly, this is not the service we need in the UK. Someone did put on the chat that why don't we activate the offices in Scotland? I mean, I live in Southampton. If I have to come to London, I have to take the whole day off. So what options? Because like someone said earlier on, you could get a British passport without going into any office at all. So what options did the minister exploit before settling on this? We want to know. And my second question is, in terms of the Indian providing the services at the embassy, somebody's just put it on, and this is not the first time, that someone from the embassy directed them to the place. So the embassy know of it, and why should they be directing them to the people? Why can't the embassy look at the services that the Ghanaians living in the UK need and find ways and means of meeting our needs rather than just doing anything at all? Because it's easier if you feel that people coming to the embassy not knowing how to fill forms and things. It behoves on the service provider to make it easier for the user to be able to use the services.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, it just looks like the embassy or the ministry is just interested in getting money from us and not providing good service.
Thank you. I think we've got your point. Thank you, sir. Two more from the normal hands up. Cynthia Jama, please. Cynthia and Redmi 9AT. Those two, if you can get ready. Cynthia, please.
Please, thank you for the explanation. My question is brief. It's somehow not a question, but I would like the minister or the honorable councillor to do something about it. We see the Home Office as a mini Ghana, but here is the case, you go there, you don't feel at home. The kind of talk, I mean, the way you'll be received, you all on this platform will agree with me that whenever you walk to an office, you feel at home, you feel welcome. And here we find ourselves, you are a Ghanaian, you go to a Ghana office and you are being treated like an alien. I mean, we should learn something the way we traveled, how we are received even at the airport, wherever. And this extends to the Ghana airport as well. Whenever you are traveling and you are getting to Ghana, you feel like you are going to like some form of slavery. The intimidation at the airport, the customs, the immigration officer. At least we should feel welcome because we are in our hometown, we are in our country. Is it because of the petty penny they want from us? They want to intimidate us. They want to talk anyhow to us. The commissioner, please do something about it because here we are in a foreign land, but wherever we walk to, we are received and we are welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. May I have Redmi 9AT? If you can please ask your question. Unmute yourself. Are you still with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can now. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, okay. My question goes to the embassy and to the commissioner, the High Commissioner. Now, I am a person living with disability. I go to renew my passport and I'm being invited to climb 20 stairs. I have serious mobility issues. And an officer is calling me to come upstairs for an interview. And I said, I cannot climb the stairs. So in the event that I climbed those stairs and I fell, who was going to be held responsible? 2, I am from Gbi, Peki. Dafia Meko is my MP, Savdai. Therefore, I don't expect anybody to interview me in any other language apart from my Gbi language to establish my identity. That's my take. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. May I just please kindly say that we are in the United Kingdom. Interviews here, whether home office, will not be interviewed in ever or wherever. Let's try and be a bit measured of how we ask the High Commission to function. Otherwise, we'll have 46 to 100 languages from Ghana. Let's be practical. It is only fair. But I don't mean to dismiss your question. All I'm saying is let's look at the question and look at whether it's practically okay to ask the High Commission to have every language interpreter at their mission. It's not possible. Honorable Minister and the High Commissioner, please, those questions are for you.
Well, I think let me, well, to the, I know that operationally, you may have some challenges. It's not deliberate. It's not that we are insensitive to those of you with disability. You brought it to our attention. I will ask the officers who work on these things to try as much as possible to be accommodating of those with disability. But, you know, the Highgate is a #1 listed property. And to turn it into a disability-friendly thing is going to be very, very expensive, where everything you do, it is as if you should get the same replacement. It's not that you can do it, but I know that we've created an access for those with disability on the ground floor. But on the front floor, I think that we'll be considerate next time. We'll address that. And then, yes, providing services for people. Why don't we have photocopy machines there and then people go there? You know, we can't just do that because it's going to slow down the work that we do. Sometimes we also ought to be considerate. You won't go to any office in the UK where they will provide these services because you failed to fill your form properly, you need to make photocopies, etc. And we have now said, people help people. I mean, you are our compatriots, but the help would then go about saying that, yes, we go and then they extort money from us, like this so-called Indian or something. I'm told that the person has a shop where he does photocopies, etc. So you go there, you want photocopies. Oh, we don't do photocopies here. I think, can you show me where I can get it done? Oh, you can go here. Ah, yes. They've conspired with the people and they're extorting money. I know we would love to do a lot of things, but please, this is an office providing a certain service. If we add these services, which are normally not part of our core duties, it will undermine our efficiency. So that is why we are unable to provide these services to assist our people. I have said, you see, for instance, we had problems with some of the applications. Instead of rejecting the applications outright, messages were sent to the applicants that, look, you failed to provide a certain document, etc., etc. That also created a backlog. In our effort to assist, we created problems for ourselves. So these days, if you don't fill your forms properly, outright, your application will be rejected. And you have a refund for the fee because we want to be more efficient and render prompt service as those who ask for our service require. Honorable Minister, probably you can continue the rest. Yes.
Minister, sir, you are muted, sir.
Nana, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Nana, there's a little difficulty sometimes I do have, especially dealing with our compatriots in the UK and overseas. We go to offices in the UK here. Certain services are not given us. Certain courtesies are not given us. We don't complain. But the moment we come to the Ghana High Commission or a Ghana government office, and when those services and courtesies are not given, we will hit the street and will condemn in so uncertain terms, sometimes using all kinds of unprintables. You will never go to the Home Office where they will give you a photocopy to go and photocopy for free. You can't even ask. And there are a whole lot of other offices or Social Security office and ask for it. It doesn't happen. But we expect our Ghana High Commission to provide extra services. Please, my fellow Ghanaians, let us be very considerate and be very understanding. You go to the UK office, you don't get it. Don't expect your own office to provide it. It is not fair. And I think this Indian matter, I thought had been rested some a month or so ago. It is still lingering on. Explanations have been given. Still, people keep referring to it when there is no iota of truth in it. And officers at the mission are being undermined with those kind of commentaries. What options did we explore? Before we even started the VFS, a good number of Ghanaians have actually reported to the ministry that they will be prepared to pay extra if they can get particular office that will attend to them readily. So it isn't that we weren't listening. We had listened, the ministry had listened over the years. So the ministry decided that, okay, this is what we are getting. So let's explore this angle and see. Meanwhile, the usage of intermediaries like VFS, like Access, is now becoming the norm and best practice all over the place. In Ghana, like I said, most of the embassies are now using third companies like VFS, and VFS has become the partner, the pioneer in Ghana. And there is another one, TLS. And then we have Access, like I said earlier on. This Access company in Ghana, they also work for the Spanish embassy and the Greek embassy. Again, a third party being used in consular matters and services. You come to the UK here, there are also companies of that nature that are providing these kind of services for some of the foreign missions in the UK here. Yes, and like I mentioned earlier on also, this Access company operates or do similar work in Dubai, in Saudi, in Lebanon, in Portugal, and in South Africa. It is telling you that the use of such companies has now become the new kid on the block and best practice, because it releases a lot of pressure on the mission staff. It releases, and these third companies take over and they do part of the work, the front end, the processing and the interface with the public and whatever, And you know, when you interface with the public, you go through a lot of hell, insults and all that. They take care, they cushion it. And then once they have gone through that and finished with everything, they then pass it on to the mission itself that will deal with what we call the back end. At the end of the day, the sum total, why most missions have gone this way is to increase efficiency and service delivery. We in Ghana also looked at it. We have seen those countries from the first world. They are all doing it. And they are telling us that it is helping them to work efficiently and to operate well. And we also listen to our Ghanaians who have also come to us over the years that we prepare to pay more. We prepare to pay more. And then we said, fine, for us, being prepared to pay more, we cannot on our own decide to charge a certain fee or to increase it. We have to convince Parliament to do that. Now, if Parliament doesn't agree with the ministry, it means we can't move. So, okay, what is the way out? Let us contract a third company. If you want, you can go to that third company, pay that extra there. For that one, Parliament has no control. Go and pay that extra there. They'll provide you with that extra services, get your things fast tracked, and then you get your peace of mind. So we looked at all these options, and then we saw what is going on. Like I said, in Ghana, we experimented with VFS for 4 years. And the response and the feedback has been so excellent that we thought that, now we have grounds to go out of Ghana and introduce this service. So we actually weighed the options. We actually did a lot of groundwork. We actually did a pilot work, and the pilot work has been excellent. That is why, knowing very well that our compatriots who live outside Ghana, and especially in Europe, and especially in the UK, with the Queen, they always go for the best. And that is why we are bringing you something that we think will be able to help speed up your processes and improve efficiency all around about. It is not everybody that is going to be happy with it. Not everybody. Like I said, I know what the system was in the 80s because I was here at the Ghana Mission. The system in the 90s, I know very, very, very well at the Ghana High Commission because I was here. In the 20s, I know what has happened because I am around. Now, since the present High Commissioner came, there has been a lot of places. People have been praising him with the improvement that he has brought under his leadership. Still, there are people who are complaining. I wish they were around in the 80s.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you very much. You see, there has been about 300 plus logging in and out of this forum. And I am glad you have actually outlined your own 30-year experience, if not more, in the UK. Will it be fair to say that UK, having lived here for 30 years, you still expect more to be done for you if you were still living here and not in Ghana? The reason why I do ask is that I think it's only fair that after 65 years of our independence, our mission has not moved to Ghana. It has always lived in the UK. So the expectation of us complaining, as you keep highlighting, is because we are moving with time. And the mission has done a great work. Honestly, 10 years of being in the community activism, I know how much difference it means. I work with all of them and I applaud a lot of what we do, but we are doing this to enhance the work they do. We are not bashing anybody for complaining, and complaints are good because if we don't get complaints, it means something is going wrong. So let's take the complaints as constructive and look at how we will work around it. I think what we are waiting to see is you coming on this forum with all the good from Ghana to say, okay, at the mission, we are going to introduce X, Y, and Z. But it seems like from the news briefing to other forums, all we are hearing is the third party that is going to do X, Y, and Z. What about the mission? They are the face of the government. Nobody cares what the other third party is doing. They are the mission, the High Commissioner Usu Ankuma and his people there will face the flak, whatever you do anyway. So we were hoping that you come and say, oh, at the Highgate, we've introduced a small computer office where, what is it called? Internet cafe. You can go and pay 50p and fill your form and whatever, somebody will help you. Or we have a photocopy machine somewhere, they can help you. But to tell us go and pay another 45 pounds on top of the visa fees and on top of passport fees is the reason why people are mourning. I read the comment on the chat room, and exactly that is what they are expressing. I'm not here to advocate for anybody. I'm only saying that you being here for 30 years, hopefully will understand why the UKs are mourners and the diaspora will mourn, because we expect better. I have applied for 2-3 passports for my children in this country. I have never been to any passport office to do that. 3-5 days, my passport is back, because I go to post office, they check the details, they send it, and it returns to me in my post. I don't deal with nobody. I think that is what we are expecting. Obviously, Ghana resources are different. We understand that. But here, after 65 years of our being, don't you think we deserve to ask questions and moan? Are we wrong?
Oh, Nana, if I may come in, I don't think anyone is saying that you are wrong. See, but I agree with you. However, the UK or London is not the capital of Ghana. You can't get a passport from the UK embassy in Ghana if you're a UK citizen. No. You see, the standards that you are measuring us, I believe, are standards that probably are standards that we should be asking when we are in Ghana and delivering Ghana services in Ghana. All right, and that is what I consider to be something that really somehow undermines our effort. Yes, this is not Ghana, yet we issue passports here. There are some African countries, you can't get a passport outside the country. You see, so I agree with you, but we are making the effort. Yes, I, as High Commissioner, would not want this High Commission to have somehow a commercial wing. A commercial wing, we are not here to provide services for a fee. No, we are here to serve our people. I would even encourage a Ghanaian to set up shop somewhere and do this business. But I can assure you that we would then complain that the High Commission has contracted a Ghanaian and is acting as an intermediary. But Nana, I am very, very, very happy about whatever you are saying. I would accept, recommendations as to how we can improve our services. As I said, Mr. Usuan says in Manchester, what is he doing there? They are doing biometric enrollment. Yes, within the limits of our resources that we are trying to help. I would want ways to improve. For instance, the Highgate, I say that, look, don't let people come there who don't have appointments, because we expect that things will be orderly. There's a security person there. He's not Ghanaian. We've contracted a security company. You put a Ghanaian there, they'll say that it is Ghanaian doesn't. Look, the security officer has strict instructions. If anyone comes and he doesn't have an appointment, don't let them enter. If that is not good, let us know. I mean, Nana, we do all these things online. You just go to take your biometrics. Yes.
Yes.
I agree, but please.
I have to say, this is one of the first time mission has gone to the hinterlands, and be copying and taking these details, and we appreciate it a lot. My colleagues in Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, they are enjoying the service because it was always about London, and I know very well. Well done. And we applaud you. I work with your team on day to day, and I understand the frustrations. I know. I'm just trying to be a devil's advocate for those who may not be able to say it openly as I am saying it.
Yes,
I will ask from Dr. Kweboche. He's a key person leading Ghanaian community in the Midlands to represent the views of Midlands. And I'll come to Joseph Abe and AJ, please. Dr. Boche is the chair of Ghanaian community in Midlands. Dr. Boche.
Good evening to you, Nana, and to the Honorable Minister, our High Commissioner, and Mr. Owusu. And so, thank you for the opportunity to ask these questions. So, the Deputy Minister did appeal to the Ghana Union movement to help with some of these issues going on. So I'm going to seek for one, clarification, and two, I will provide you with some suggestions on the way forward.
Yeah.
So clarification then, when it comes to communicating with the regional leaders or the community leaders in this country, what is the strategy of the mission? I ask that because sometimes information from the mission, I don't get to see it, or I don't get it directly from the mission. I see it on a platform somewhere, and then I will then go and ask for clarification. Is this authentic? And then someone will tell me, yes, it is authentic. So I'm a bit confused sometimes whether to expect to receive information from the press office, or should I expect to receive it from the consular service? If you can provide me with some clarification on it, that would be really helpful. Second, it's about a suggestion, really. So recently we've had, you've heard of all the stories about corruption going on at Highgate. Now, I have been in a position to lead some of these investigations in the past, and I know that, yes, some of these issues, the evidence are not forthcoming, you hit a brick wall. Yes, I understand all that. I think what would help the mission is to actually undertake an investigation, let everybody know that you are undertaking this investigation, publish your findings so that we can all see the method that you used in your investigations and the findings, so that we all, this I think would help restore confidence in the system. Because as of now, all I hear is that, okay, the mission says there's no truth in the matter. And then every now and then I hear, for the first time I heard from the minister during the press briefing that, okay, this is not true, you've hit a brick wall, but nobody's communicated to me as a community leader. And I do get a lot, in fact, half of the frustration from our community, believe me, it doesn't get through to you. It comes to us, and we bear the brunt of some of these frustrations. So I think communication with us is key. And I think you need to make sure that you've got a system in place. I mean, the UK Ghana Union movement is very well mobilized, and we've got the structure in place to handle these things. So I don't want to take too much of your time. So one, clarification, and two, a suggestion for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
Well,
thank you, Doc.
Yes,
sir.
If I may come in, and I'm surprised at the question Dr. Boche is asking about communication. I mean, Dr. Boche communicates with me, I communicate with him. When we wanted to have an engagement with the community in the Midlands, we contacted Dr. Boche. I called him personally. So I don't know the method he's talking about. Even this trip, the minister was supposed to be here the whole of next week. And I contacted Dr. Boche. I wanted him to organize a town hall meeting. We even procured, he gave us the contact of someone in Midlands. So Dr. Boche, we have a way of communicating with you. I don't know if you are suggesting some other ways. Please let me know, or let the mission know. We'll know that, yes, this is the way we have to communicate, or you should be the only one. Mr. Kwesi is here. We communicate with him if we want to engage the Ghanaian community. There are so many Ghanaian associations in Greater London, but we contact, can you bring them together? So please, if we have your problem with communication, we await your suggestion. And about investigation, I'll tell you, there's this lady who said they paid £200. Up to now, I don't know the lady. I've asked the Ghanaian Union whether they can assist me to trace it. I've sent investigators around, even in Ghana. We don't know the person. How then can we even start investigating? When there was this viral video about the Indian gentleman, I sent a team. They went round, located wherever they are talking about the Indian shop. We came to the high gate. They said, oh, people come here, they say they want photocopy. So go here. I think they asked me where we can make photocopy. You tell them. So I've said, anyone who comes to the high gate asking for anything, tell them, please, we don't know anything. But that's also not helpful. But next time, even with the investigation, you've given us a suggestion, would involve community leaders.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, H.
Involve community leaders.
I think what we are saying is, if I may, from my personal experience, is that High Commission has become a bit, you wait for too long to clarify information to us. That's the vacuum is where the misinformation fell in. I've been in Ghana since 9th of June, and between 9th of June to 2nd of August, when I returned, all I get is flyers and information and all the things sent to me about what is going on. I've never reacted to it. All I'm saying is, when something hits, let's not wait for protocol in Accra to approve our statement, because that statement, by the time it comes, is too late to go and fight it. Let's react instantly as it comes. And I know we can work together. All we are doing is to work with you to improve services. And you have already done enough. From all the high commissions that have come, everybody has done their bit, and we can see what is going on. We are not here to pay lip service. We are here to talk straight and get things right. So I hope you understand where we are coming from.
I understand.
I do have to say we have Mr. Amprechum, who is the head of consular.
Can I say something?
Head of mission at the High Commission on the chat room answering questions. We also have Doji, who is the Minister of Information, also answering questions. So please, if your chat room questions are there, people are answering it, and I hope you can take a clue. We'll go to those who are hands are up. Hechi, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Yes, Mr. Osu answer. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you, Nana, and thank you, Hechi, and Deputy Minister, and good evening to all our audience. I just want to add a few things because Nana, you had mentioned that it would appear as if all that the Honorable Minister is saying is talking about access, providing premium service, and it's as if the mission is not doing anything. And I think there are a few things that I would want us to understand. First of all, I think we need to put things in context. What I mean by this is that I think HE has already made that point, that we try to make comparison or draw analogy, making it appear as if we are operating in Ghana. We are not operating in Ghana. In Ghana, I don't think the British High Commission issues passports to Ghanaians anywhere outside of the capital, if they even do. in the capital. I mean, outside of Accra. We're doing our best. As H.E. said, we are in Manchester. We are enrolling almost 300 people within 3 days. And we are finishing the exercise tomorrow. That is not the only thing. As you had mentioned, at least you want to know some of the things that we are also doing to enhance our services. And so I would want to say few things here. Effective 8th August, that is Monday, we expanded the daily quota of passports from 100 to 150 a day. The whole idea is that we realize a lot of people struggle when it comes to appointment dates, for which reason we feel that there is the need to have this premium service, being that is going to be rendered by Access. But then, as the minister rightly pointed out, this aims to help to reduce the pressure on the mission, and then we are able to, improve on our productivity. So by increasing it to 150, all that we seek to do now is to make sure that at least within a month, one is able to apply for a passport, and that from appointment to the time the passport is printed and posted to the person, service, we should be able to achieve that. That is our target. That is what we're doing. We all realize what happened in July when, ahead of the commencement of the e-visa system, we had to upgrade. Our service providers had to upgrade the system, and this caused delays. So at some point, we had to resort to manually writing visas, also authorizing people to travel with to apply for visa on arrival, and even allowing people to apply for travel certificates. We did all these things, and it might interest you to know that even in this difficulty, in the month of July, about 5,000 visas were issued. Now, let me take you through a little bit of statistics. From 2018 to date, the year we recorded the largest number of visa applications was the year 2019, which was the year of return, when we issued almost 61,000 visas. There were no complaints. So it is not as if officers at the mission are lazy. We had technical challenges. And if we are supposed to do a calculation from this roughly 60,000 visas we issued in 2019, it means that on average in a month we were doing 5,000, which is the same number that even in spite of all the difficulty, we were able to issue in the month of July. So in as much as we have challenges, we have our flaws, I think sometimes we deserve some applaud. We should be applauded in a way because we're doing our best. Yes, but then Ghanaians want quality service. So we feel it is our responsibility to always enhance the service that we deliver. And that is what we will do. Now, quickly, there were certain questions that were asked, which I don't think we have addressed. One happens to be, I think should be one of the earliest questions, that whether Ghanaian card holders could act as guarantors for passport applicants. I think they should be able to act as guarantors for passport applicants. Was one of the fundamental requirements for one to obtain a Ghana card is a passport, either the birth certificate or the passport. So if the person has met that requirement, then certainly the person should be able to act as a guarantor. And then also why the date of birth of a guarantor is supposed to appear on the form. I think there are a couple of issues that we're trying to review on the passport application. And so this is one of them that we will take on board and consider. So basically, these are the few things I felt I should let the public know as far as efforts of the mission are concerned in the delivery of consular service. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Usansa. Very well acknowledged. Thank you. We understand the frustration. We deal with it every day. Thank you. And it's good that you've clarified it. May I call on Joseph Abe and AJ, please? AJ. Can I just say we are on extended service session tonight, and we will make sure we get to everybody as quick as we can.
I'm ready, yeah.
Yes, sir. Joseph Abe.
I've got two recommendations. I've dealt with the embassy, High Commission this week. And to be frank, I wasn't happy at all about the service, considering that we have to start the process online. I never expected to waste about 3.5 hours there, because some of us have to take time off work to go there. So we thought it's going to be a quick service. It wasn't. My recommendation to the High Commissioner is this. Since you require all of us to be using electronic emails and so on, I believe significant portion of your passport process is renewal. I don't know the percentage, maybe 50% or 50%. Okay. Everything, now that you have all Ghanaian emails, maybe 3 months or 4 months to the time, send them a reminder email. Now your passport is about to expire. So take action. Do that. So this is my first recommendation. And this one, this will not cost anything.
Echi, please mute yourself.
Okay. The second recommendation is this. The passport the application form itself is full of inconsistency. You print, one page is ending here, another page is ending here. Very confusing. My other point is to the Deputy Foreign Minister. If his demeanor and everything he says is like, we should take whatever they are giving us. But based on his own deliberations, the problem is with his ministry. The bottlenecks are with his ministry. Why should they take them more than 15 days to do that? Do you understand? And he confessed that they call him from Ghana because of the chaos they are sitting on there. But he expects us to bear the brunt, to accept everything they are giving to us. When there are inconsistencies, there are inefficiencies. Look, how much is the population of Ghana? 32 million? And we are fighting about passports? So what about those population, 200 million and so on? The problem with the people managing the system. And people were right. Look, people were right that these companies, they are contracting. They are outsourcing part of the consular services to these companies. They are right that these companies are going to cannibalize the service the High Commission is providing.
Okay.
Looking at
my brother, please, what is the question? Please ask the question. You are actually addressing a question.
Yes.
Please ask a question.
My other question is regarding COVID travel. I think 3 or 4 days ago, this same Deputy Foreign Minister, he was very brash, very insulting to Ghanaians. That they can force us. If it means, putting us down, manhandling us, threatening us. Look, my question is, does this man think democracy? Democracy is imposing dictatorship or forcing people? Is that what they understand by democracy?
Thank you, Mr. Abe. Joseph Abe, thank you. I have to say, I was watching the news briefing which you referred to, and I was live online throughout. He didn't say we should be put down and inject us if you don't want. All he said was, if you don't like them to be vaccinated, you go back to where you come from, because that's the policy of the country. Let us be objective in our questions. As I said, I'm not here politicking. I'm not here taking personal side. I'm just here to facilitate a decent, honorable debate that we can all get something out of it. I listened to the minister. I'm not here talking for him. I don't know him in person. I've never met him. And I'll probably not meet him before he go back to Ghana. All I'm saying is, he didn't say we should be injected, whether you like it or not. He said, if you are not vaccinated and you're a foreigner, you have a foreign passport, you don't have a Ghanaian passport, and you want to arrive in Ghana, the country's policy says, have a vaccination or you return to your country. That's what it was, I believe. Honorable, you may correct me at some point if I'm wrong by representing your views, but that's what I heard. And I'm not dismissing my brother's view. I'm just saying, let's be accurate in what we say. AJ, please, AJ, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Well, I'm not in UK. I'm in the US, but a friend sent me the link and I decided to join and listen.
Thank you.
I don't think that we usually get a chance, to be on this such platform. But my question is, I think the deputy minister will be the one to answer this. Recently, right, I'm in Massachusetts, and there was a flyer going around to say, like, if your passport is expired, come, and then, they get a whole lot of people. But later people went, and then I don't know if there is a special agency or something. And then they said they were charging like $170. So after you fill the form, they will bring the equipment either from New York or DC to your state, and then you pay the actual like passport fee, which is $130. Everybody know that one is genuine. To me, I feel like in a way they are helping, but I feel like in a way too, the money is too much, because even if you have to travel from your state to either DC or to New York, it's kind of like maybe 120 or that way. But I don't know if your ministry is aware of such agencies. Like, I think they are just somewhere and then they are trying to gather people. You get it, then you pay 170, you fill the form, and then you wait, and then they'll bring the equipment to your state, and then you pay the normal 130. I don't know if you're aware of it. It pains me, as they are doing this, somebody will be like, oh, the government is corrupt, but it will be like individual person who is doing this. But people will, you know, generalize it, and they will say that, oh, the government is corrupt, the government is corrupt. It really hurts me when I hear those things. But I don't know if your ministry have heard about this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. May I give room for the honorable panelists to answer those 2 or 3 or make comments? So we move on.
I think I'll start, and then the Deputy Minister will end. Yes, there's the suggestion that we send reminders to all whose passports are going to expire, that your passport is going to expire in 3 months, come and renew. It is a wonderful suggestion, but it will be difficult to implement it. You know, it will be difficult to implement it. I would just plead that you have a passport, you know when your passport is due to expire. If your passport is due to expire, don't wait for the passport to expire when you are going to travel, and then you go through all the stress wanting the passport within 1 week. Please, let's help ourselves. And I believe that you've spoken about inefficiencies, etc., etc. I don't really think so. I mean, for instance, in Ghana, if you're applying for a UK visa, for instance, you go to Movenpick. That's where the VFS has its office, and they'll tell you that, well, they've sent everything to Sheffield. That's where the approvals will be done and the visas will be issued. We can't do everything ourselves, but we'll continue trying. And as regards the COVID pass, yes. I mean, you go to certain countries, they ask for yellow fever. South Africa, if you don't have evidence that you've taken a yellow fever jab, you will be refused entry unless you are willing to have the yellow fever jab. It's not so in Ghana. So sometimes each country has their own system, depending on the health challenges they are facing. And I plead that we also understand these things. Nana, I believe the Honorable Deputy Minister may want to.
Thank you, H.E. Mr. Minister, please.
Yes.
You're muted, sir. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you.
Yeah. And let me commend you the way that you have been moderating this program. You are doing excellent. And I pray you continue like this. I think the one that I probably want to deal with is the lady who said something about what's happening in Massachusetts. Some people come in there. The unfortunate thing is our ministry hasn't contracted anybody. And I know the mission in Washington too hasn't contracted anybody to undertake that kind of exercise. We are in the process of getting a company to provide a front-end service in Washington and in New York. We haven't gone there yet. So if there is any company operating or doing anything of this nature, I think they are just playing smart. They've seen a vacuum somewhere and they are trying to take advantage. But I'm thankful to the lady who brought this to our attention, and I will pursue it with our Washington mission if they have any knowledge.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable. As I said, we have competent 2 officials of the mission, the head of Chancery and the head of Information, attending to chat room questions. So please, whatever answer you get there, take it as official from the High Commission. Noble Amwatin, Kofi Chumberma, and Godfred J.C. Addo, 3 questions in a row, please. Noble Amwatin first.
Thank you very much for, am I muted? Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much for today's forum. And first of all, I also want to say that the current High Commission, again, I will tell the Deputy, I've been here in the 80s, 90s, and then 20s. So I know what has been happening in the embassy, and we are grateful for what our current ambassador has been doing. I have only 2 questions, or maybe it's comments. One is to do with the application form for passport. I think they need to be reviewed. Some of the questions and the way they double themselves up are not very, it's slightly confusing, some of them. And particularly with the issue to do with when you are renewing. Some of the questions that are asked when you are renewing, in my view, particularly the one to do with a guarantor or something like to that effect, it's not, it doesn't make sense. Because first of all, the person has got a passport already from Ghana, and he's only renewed the passport. So most of the information is there. He doesn't need, in my view, I could be wrong, he doesn't need a guarantor. But it seems there's something like that. So these are 2 things. First, clarify, make the application form as simple as possible and deal with only very relevant issues, and particularly with the renewal, make it, there's no need, in my view, for a guarantor. Okay.
Next, please. We have the next question from Kofi Chumberma, please. I'm sure our honorable men are taking notice of your question, sir. Kofi Chumberma, please.
Yeah, good evening. And I pray that the Deputy Minister will help me with some clarification here. On the 31st of March this year, I traveled from London Heathrow into Kotoka International Airport, and hoping to use my Ghana card, which was in my pocket, to allow me to enter Ghana. I did not see any clear information pointing to where people holding Ghana card would have to go. The only thing I could see was the normal, queue. So I have to be in the queue for about 30 minutes. During this time, the air conditioning systems were down, so obviously it was quite hot. And when I got to my turn, I went to a cubicle to produce my Ghana card, and then the lady pointed to the left and said, no, I should go rather to this cubicle. So I went and I saw only one cubicle. And when I went there, I produced my Ghana card, and they said, oh no, we have to see your passport. And I said, the information I'm getting from government agents, especially our vice president and many other senior government officials, is that Ghana card as a Ghanaian could allow me to enter Ghana. But when this happened on the 31st of March this year, and then when I produced...
Mr. Chumberma, can you take the emotions around the question and ask the question, please? So we can...
No, my question is, I did produce my Ghana card, but they still insisted I also have to produce my Ghana passport.
Thank you.
That to me, I need. That's why I did request that. I hope the Deputy Minister will help me with some clarification here.
So
Number two,
what is the question? Do you want to know whether Ghana card can be used to travel or not? Is that what the question is?
That's right. That's the question. And number two, quickly, I've experienced this problem severally. The first time I experienced it was in 1972, April, when I was leaving Ghana to come to Europe first time. And people at the airport at the last checkpoint will ask me to give them some money. I mean, I've experienced that severally. On the 31st of March, when I arrived from London, they were still asking me, oh, your boys are here, give me some money. I said, well, what is this? This is so irritating and pestering, and I'm not happy with it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm sure the honorable gentleman will take note and respond when they come to answering. The last for the three set of questions will be Jesse Ado, please. Godfrey Jesse Ado.
Okay, thank you very much, Nana. I'm just sitting here listening to all these people's submissions and everything, and I'm just asking myself, what exactly went wrong? I'm asking this question because I applied for, my passport renewal 2018. The process was so seamless, and I was thinking, almost 5 years down the line, we should actually be progressing. What exactly has happened? Can somebody please tell me? If we are trying new systems, do we actually pilot them first? And why is it that anytime that there is some new system, everything seems to collapse, and then we start from the bottom before we start going up again? I would have expected that, because I was singing the praises of Ghana High Commission since 2018. That, we have now gone online, you apply for everything online. All that I did, applied everything online, it gave me a date, went there, just took my biometric data and everything, and it was also seamless. What has happened? That is all I want to find out.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Jesse. Thank you very much. Hechi, Mr. Usu-Ansah, Honorable Minister, please, your floor. Any of you can take to respond to those three.
I would suggest that Mr. Usu-Ansah answers the last question. What is it that has gone wrong?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I don't think anything has gone wrong. If there is anything, I rather feel that we have rather improved. I'm not discounting the challenges we had, but that was, like I indicated earlier, in the month of July, when we had these technical challenges because of an upgrade of our system. Because if we look at the figures again, in 2018, that is our compatriot referred to, the number of passports we issued in that year was around 17,000. In 2021, in the midst of COVID and all that, the number of passports we issued was around 19,752. That is almost 20,000. So if the figures make sense, then I want to say that we've rather improved in terms of our service delivery. If we are supposed to even look at our outreach programs, we have done so much from mid-2016 when it started to date, and the figures keep going up. And particularly anytime we come to a place like Manchester. It is the first time that we will do enrollment in 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, enrolling almost 300. So, like I mentioned earlier, if the figures are anything to go by, then I would want to say that we've rather improved in terms of issuance of passports. But then, in the month of July, we had technical challenges. But this has been resolved, and that is why we've now been able to expand our daily quota from 100 to 150. Now, from now up to 17th August, all the 150 slots have been taken. And so people who had even applied and gotten dates, in September, they can go online with their reference numbers, surnames, and date of birth, they can retrieve the application, check available dates, and apply for those dates. That is something that perhaps as a mission, I would say that it's been an omission on our part for sometimes not being able to educate the people on some of these things. You may be given a date, but then you can go back onto the system and then check for available dates. It is possible that an earlier date will be available. So with your surname, your reference number, your date of birth, you can retrieve the application and then check for available dates. So I must say that in spite of our challenges, I think we are still doing our best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Is there any additions from the two gentlemen, officials, minister, and
you see, for instance, from the Majesty's Passport Office, processing times in the UK allow up to 10 weeks to receive your passport. This is from the HM Passport Office, Gov UK. Processing times in the UK allow up to 10 weeks to receive your passport. There are different turnaround times if you are applying from another country. And just on 21st July, says more than 550,000 passport applications were stuck, waiting to be processed at the end of last month, MPs have been told. This is just to show you that, look, even here, we have challenges. Even here, there is nothing wrong with the system. However, when we receive complaints, we try to investigate to know the source of dissatisfaction and stress on the part of our compatriots. Nana, to the gentleman who was saying that, well, yes, when people complain, we then ask, what is going on? What are we not doing right? The system has improved over the years, since 2018. I was here in 2017. Except that I believe probably as a mission, we have been remiss in the way we engage the community. Just as the leaders said, we will now try to improve upon our engagement. So, Nana, on your platform, I can assure you that the mission will not wait for you to invite us. We'll try and appear at least once every 2 months.
Yes.
And I will encourage Midlands also to organize something like that.
Yes. Thank you.
Honorable Dr. Kwebuchi also organize something like that for Midlands, and it will help. We believe that when we are able to engage, it helps both of us improve upon our relationship, and particularly for the High Commission, the services we render.
Thank you, H.E. I mean, you are right. I mean, there is no such thing as Midlands, London, wherever. This is Zoom. Everybody can. We've got people from, Massachusetts logging in. So all we need to do is to promote it so anybody can log on. We've got 1,000 audience that we could have taken. So I do agree that my brother Kwebuchi and the team can encourage so that we can all, make sure this doesn't become a area versus area, but at least we can all reach out to people at once. Thank you, H.E. Thank you, Mr. Usu-Ansah. We will take a second break. We will be here. Those who want to wait, we will be here. I don't know how many time you've got, Honorable Minister and H.E. How many more? But we've got so many hands up, and
it's getting to 10 o'clock.
Yes.
And we have to be in Manchester tomorrow midday.
Yes.
But we'll wait. We'll wait.
We'll run till about 10 and go through the remaining questions. But we'll take a second break and show you the next program, and then we'll come back and for more questions. Thank you, sir.
Hello? Oh, my son is Canada dada. And then he left go menu. My son, this is a setup. He was Spain. Oh, yes. Spain was any secret free. Ha, a Ghana. Yet we love you. It's 11 and as a member of a baby family. Oh, that be my son. Would you check your phone? Why? It's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now, and I just send money to my mom. And on TSC, also don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on Tap Send, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe. You can send your money through Tap Send to Ghana. And please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's Tap Send.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.
Hello?
Araba, there are some people at the door. Go and tell them I have traveled to Russia.
Yes, Daddy.
Where's your father?
My father said I should tell you he has traveled to Russia.
Your father has killed me. I sent him money from America to complete my house for me.
Are all student association contributions?
Even the money from the fundraiser for Kweku's surgery.
Oh! too? Don't be a victim. If you're contributing to a project, alumni dues, or any public campaign, Chango is your best choice. Chango keeps track of all donations and gives you the power to know exactly where the money goes. Chango is approved by Bank of Ghana. Call 0270-066-614 or visit changoapp.com for more information.
Uncle, my father is hiding under the bed.
Oh, Araba.
Chango for your groupings and crowdfunding.
Thank you so much and welcome back. Welcome back, audience and our esteemed panelists. I want to ask one question from the chat room, which has been coming back to some of us on the grassroots. HE and the minister. Somebody is inquiring if you have a visa that is dated to expire 2024. Do you need to keep renewing it every time you're going to Ghana? I don't know what category that visa, whether it's a multiple or single, but the person appears to be somebody close to Ghanaian community enough. He's got a visa, expiring 2024, but it seems like he's been made to think that he should be, renewing anytime he's going to Ghana. I don't know the truth or what is around that. That's one question. Then I'll call 2 or 3 people from the chat, from those whose hands are up to ask their question. nsfrimpong@gmail.com. I don't know if that is a name. Obviously, it's an email address. But if Ernest is here, you can please unmute and ask your question. And then we'll come to Jimani Donko. Jimani Donko after that. nsfrimpong@gmail. If you are a human being or not a human being, let's know. Unless you are a cloud. Ernest, are you with us? Unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'll move to the next person. Okay, Jimani Donko, please unmute yourself. we can't get NS to do that. So Jimani,
Hello.
Jimani, please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good
Yes,
evening, Minister and Honorable. First of all, I would like to comment on the issues of complaint and other things. I think communication is two-way. And sometimes we customers go in there think we need to be treated nicely, forgetting that they who are serving us also need to be treated with respect. I've worked at the front line of customer service, and sorry to say that the most rude customers are people of African descent and Asians. It's unfortunate, that's my experience. And you see, when you are at the other end and you get that, we should not forget that the person receiving it might not be able to be too professional as we expect. So I think that we go in there for service should realize that we're going to be served, and those people serving us need respect. That's my comment on that issue. And my question now is, I have two children born in the UK who are British citizens, German citizens.
Jomani, please, my apologies. Just ask the question. Let's not talk about the background story because others are hands are up, please.
You see, this is not the first time we have this encounter. Last time in the meeting, I was forced to ask a question in the way I didn't want to present it. So please allow me to come across with my questions. It was something very complicated.
Thank
so please
you.
allow
But
me
just
to
try and be constructive, precise, please.
Okay. Let's not waste this time because we know the ministers will be traveling tomorrow. Thank you very much for giving me this time. And they have never acquired Ghanaian passport. Can they apply for Ghana card using their birth certificate? Because I heard our honorable minister saying that to apply for a Ghana card, they will need a Ghana passport, a birth certificate. Because in Ghana, people are allowed to apply for Ghana card with their birth certificates. So that is the first question. The second question is, if someone denounces citizenship and that country later on allowed that person to be able to hold dual citizenship, how would the person be able to acquire his Ghanaian citizenship back? So this is my two questions. Thank you.
Mr. Donko. Thank you. Eko Amo, please. Next, Eko Amo. Eko, are you still with us? We'll move on to Mama Lou. Mama Lou, please.
Yes. Apart from the fact that there's lack of efficiency in service, the communication also is very poor because in June, I applied for Ghana passport and the system didn't allow me to pay the fee. I tried everything. And so immediately I followed it up with the chat room communication. I didn't get any response. I also followed it up with email. Up to today, I didn't get any reply. So on the 28th of July, I went to Ghana High Commission. I traveled there. When I went there, they didn't allow me to see anybody. They told me to come and try. There's no telephone number that I could use to contact anybody for the information I needed. And so when I came back, when I got there, all that they told me was I should come and try and pay. And so when I went back into the system, the information didn't allow me to access my field application. They said it has expired or whatever. So I had to fill in another form. And this time I was so lucky. I was able to send the money with the application form. But up till now, I haven't heard anything about it. And my mom is dead. I have to take the body to Ghana.
Okay.
So
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know what to do now.
I'm sorry to hear that, Amalu. I'm sure our gentleman will attend to your question. Mike Ofori, sorry, Kwabena first, and then Mike Ofori. Then we can go back to the answers from the gentleman. Kwabena, please.
Good evening, Commissioner. Gentlemen, can you hear me?
We can, yes.
Okay. As you can hear by my accent, I'm not born in Ghana. But I was there 2021, and I had a Ghana card. I think it's a non-citizen Ghana card from 2014, and I went to renew it at the NIA offices, but I never got through. Can I do my non-resident, non-citizen Ghana card over here in England? Because I've got to fill up back those years that I missed out.
Thank you, Kwabena. Thank you. Michael Fori, last one, and then we'll come back to another set. Michael Fori, please, sir.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can, thank you. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just a quick question. So basically, I tried to renew my passport after a couple of years now, and then basically, I've never traveled to Ghana, and I thought the system would be simple and straightforward as the UK one. I know this question has been asked already. However, I found out I was paying £120 for just the basics. And then also I'm going to have to book an appointment, which I had to queue for the next month, which will be September sometime within September. This is my question. My question is, has the consulate got any work frame to basically provide audits so that these things can be addressed and then rectified? Because the service, I believe, should be simplified to help the local citizens, so that whoever can't gain access to these services can find it very easily to access it from a distance or any close vicinity. Second one as well is, I found myself filling out so many informations that I thought were relevant to the subject of me renewing my passport, as in it was asking me for my school in Ghana, it was asking me for my late father's date of birth, his name, and where he lived, which I never knew, and so many things. So for me, filling that, I had to contact my mother to gain this information. So I just wanted to ask, what about the people who don't have this information? How would they be able to fill these forms going forward? Because these application forms are made as rigid as they are. You can't move forward if you don't have this information. How can that be possible, fellow Ghanaians and anyone looking to renew their passports? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Before the gentleman, esteemed gentleman, answer those three, we want to show you the next program so that we know. We are looking at the next 2 weeks on the 26th of August to discuss about AFTA, African Continental Free Trade Area Initiative, to know about implementation of AFTA, opportunities for businesses and benefit to Ghana and African economies. So those who are small business and all of that can take advantage of the wide opportunities that may come as a result of this government initiative. So 2 weeks from today, same place on this platform, Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Omega Live, we'll be discussing AFTA. And we've got gentlemen who have been part of the organization of AFTA and the legal aspect of it, who can tell you. We are also expecting the Secretary General of AFTA to be on this forum next 2 weeks. So just for your information, when you get a flyer, pass it on and make sure your colleagues who are business friendly with Ghana can access the information available to you. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Honorable Minister, His Excellency, the High Commissioner, and our Honorable Minister for Consular and Welfare. These three questions are for your attention. Thank you. Anyone can go, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Nana, I would want to address few of them. There's a gentleman who asked about, from the chat room, there are somebody whose visa expires in 2024 as to whether that visa needs to be renewed. No, once you have a visa expiring in 2024 means that if it were procured in 2022, then it's a 2-year multiple entry visa. And you don't need to renew it every year or anytime you want to travel. The other one is, how can someone who...
So, Mr. Osuansa, for my own naivety, a 2-year multiple visa, 2024, how many times can that person travel within the 2 years?
No, as many as you want to.
Okay, so it's not 2 times.
No, it's not 2 times.
Okay.
It's a multiple entry.
Right, okay,
yes.
Thank you.
Then how can someone who renounces his or her Ghanaian citizenship and later, if the country decides to practice dual nationality, if the person is able to apply for a Ghanaian passport, I don't know if that is correct. I think that you are Ghanaian by birth. And so once you renounce it and the country starts practicing dual nationality, automatically you are back to being a Ghanaian. And so you do qualify to apply for a passport. I don't know if I have answered that question. There was also a question about someone who applied for passport and there were challenges. The person couldn't pay. The person tried to send emails and couldn't get through to us. Yes, that happened during the period when we had the difficulty, especially between July 11th and July 18th, because on the 18th of July, the system was back on. During this 1 week period from the 11th of July when the system was down, communication was a problem. Communication using our official emails. And so it is true, payment was a difficult. So people had these challenges and couldn't, but it's unfortunate that, as she said, as of now, we haven't gotten back to her, but I'm sure she has an appointment date now. And so on the appointment date, when she comes, she could be served. There was also another question about someone saying certain information appear to be too many for, one, renewing a passport. For instance, let's take the issue of guarantors on the form. I know people do ask questions. There have been instances where people put names of individuals there as guarantors. Problems do arise. You need someone to contact. You call the number and the person tells you, I don't know this person. That is why we are very particular. So it could be a case that you are renewing a passport, but then we will ask you to repeat guarantors again, in the sense that there have also been instances whereby someone would apply with a particular name, would come again to renew with an entirely different name, different date of birth, and a different place of birth. These are issues that we deal with. But the person would come, you know the person to be a Ghanaian. You need to assist the person. But we need information. And that is why we advise our people not to go to these so-called agents who would give you information which you are not even aware of to complete your application. Somebody would come. Your mother is named Akosua there on the application. You ask the person says, my mother is called something else. It becomes a problem. So that is why we advise people not to go through these agents. We don't work with any agent. We have not engaged any agent. So if you go to anybody and you pay money, it's something that you are doing at your own risk. So I think these are the few issues that I want to address.
Thank you. I think you've addressed most of it.
Yes,
HE and the Minister, please. You want to add to it?
Yes, I think someone asked about birth certificates. I mean, if your birth certificate indicates that either of your parents is a Ghanaian, then you are a Ghanaian by birth. And you are entitled to be registered you are entitled to a Ghana card. And as Mr. Usu said, if you are a citizen by birth, you decide to be a citizen or not. There's no documentation. I know, for instance, in Europe, in Germany, you can't be a dual citizen. So if you renounce your Ghanaian citizenship and later Germany says you can be a dual citizen, you just apply for a passport. It's your right, actually. Yes. And for the information of listeners, we're talking about passports and so forth. Presently, passports that were supposed to be delivered to applicants on the 22nd were posted on the 10th. So those who applied for passports and were supposed to get their passports on the 22nd have got those passports posted to them as at the 10th. So this tells you that, well, even now, we are working ahead of schedule. So when we say 15 days, working days, is the latest. When we finish it before then, you are going to get it. So I would say that, well, and we thank the gentleman too for saying about due respect. We'll plead with all of us to show respect to those who are serving us. If you go to UK offices, they will tell you that we don't tolerate rude behavior or something. Okay. Sometimes, because we are dealing with compatriots, we are even more accommodating. But going forward, we're trying to ensure that, look, we try and do things according to the standards that we expect to be done in the United Kingdom. I don't know whether there are any outstanding questions, Mr. Moderator.
I think we have so many hands up. Thank you, HE. I'm not sure what to do. There is not much time because you have to travel to Manchester. I think it is fair to say we are 10 o'clock, an hour extended from the normal 2 hours. We want to thank all of you for being here. We thank you for your time. We can organize this again if it's needed, so we can go through others. It is always the time that we may not finish everybody's questions. But by all means, send me a chat room question. Send it. We will, put it together and ask the High Commissioner for their written response on it. His Excellency Papa Usu Ankuma, thank you for your time. Thank you for all the energy and the effort you've put in. The High Commission is a better place today than probably it was in the 80s and 90s, as others have suggested. It's always a day for improvement, and we don't underestimate that one. Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration, thank you for coming all the way to interact with us. As I said, Ghanaians will always look forward to a day where things will be easier, simpler, and better. And I hope you understand our frustration because you share with us, being a diasporan yourself. and of yours, Mr. Uswansa. You are at the forefront of what goes on at the Highgate on a daily basis, the argument and all the frustrations and everything. And we are grateful for your work. All too soon, obviously, 3 hours later, we still have so many to ask, but we cannot continue till tomorrow morning, so we have to end it. We will come back again if needed, and I wish to thank all my panelists for today and for your time. And all those who couldn't ask a question, my apologies, but we'll do so another time. Thank you to my team of experts who brought this show to you, the technical team, Linda and Paul Akwabwa and Linda Wayo behind the scenes. And to all the audience for staying with us through. I wish I can do more, but 3 hours, I think it's fair to say we have to bring it to a close. Have a good night, a good weekend, and a peaceful rest of the week ahead. Thank you, and stay safe. Good night.
Hi there, my name is Calibos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less. Araba, there are some people at the door. Go and tell them I have traveled to Russia.
Yes, Daddy.
Where's your father?
My father said I should tell you he has traveled to Russia.
Your father has killed me. I sent him money from America to complete my house for me.
Are all student association contributions?
Even the money from the fundraiser for Kweku surgery.
Oh! He too? Don't be a victim. If you're contributing to a project, alumni dues, or any public campaign, Chango is your best choice. Chango keeps track of all donations and gives you the power to know exactly where the money goes. Chango is approved by Bank of Ghana. Call 0270-066-614 or visit changoapp.com for more information.
Uncle, my father is hiding under the bed.
Oh, Araba.
Chango for your groupings and crowdfunding.
At Diaspora Insurance, we understand the importance of dignified send-offs within Ghanaian culture and traditions. We also understand that you want to avoid the double trauma of your family grieving and not having the financial support to cover funeral expenses when you're not around. With our Diaspora Funeral Cash Plan, you can now cover yourself or your family in Ghana or abroad. With no medicals required, we'll accept you if you are under 75 years. Visit our website today or call us to complete a simple form in under 5 minutes. With Diaspora Insurance, your peace of mind is guaranteed.